Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide, and we are on January 15th, 2021. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and thank you so much for pressing that play button today. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on space weather, world weather, and earthquakes, volcanoes. Having a look here, last 48 hours on the sun, as you saw that black transit, that was the moon eclipsing the SOHO satellite, and also disrupting a little bit in a recalibration of the satellite. Looking here, incoming and outgoing images, 304 angstroms. As well, looking here at three different colored lights, kind of looks blue and purple, but you can really see the heliosphere being affected. The only activity right now is the two coronal holes that seem to be stretching towards one another, and a small sunspot activity towards the equatorial region. But definitely going to be keeping an eye on these coronal holes that are now Earth facing. Looking here at a real-time solar wind, something's amiss. No phi angle and no polarity being recorded here. Only the winds, and it looks to be about 350 kilometers per second. Also some LASCO coronagraph images missing, but nothing really to talk about for space weather. We're at a KP index of 1, and not much in the forecast either. Looking here, 350 kilometers per second, solar winds, and it'll spiral for the next 5 days. Showing a little bit of space weather heading our way and underneath, but nothing major. Most likely coronal hole wind streams, as they have been developing over the past 3 days on the sun. Looking here at the Schumann resonance for today, a nice powerful power of 50, and you can see that's a healthy spike right there overnight. So we're sitting at a base frequency of quality at 9.5 and a power of 50. Looking here at earthquakes for the last 24 hours, it has been very busy, folks, and thoughts and prayers going out to everybody who is being affected by these earthquakes and natural events happening across the planet. Starting here at Hawaii, most recent, and many earthquakes have been happening and popping up all across the island. Looking here at USGS, you can see many at Waimea, Pahala. That's about 20 to, it's almost 20 earthquakes in the past 24 hours just on that East Rift. As well, looking at a couple earthquakes right into the Kilauea caldera. And as well on the northwest side of Hawaii here with a 2.6 in Waimea, Hawaii. So what's happening in Hawaii? Well, more information coming soon with the volcanic activity report coming tonight. Stay tuned. Looking here, Arkansas with a 2.8, Strange Madrid, and as well Panhandle, Texas Panhandle 2.9, 3.9 early this morning in Mena, Nevada, as well watching some minor earthquakes following that, 3.6 Concord, California, as well early this morning a 3.8 in Oregon. They're also reporting a landslide in those regions. Looking at the uptick in seismicity through Alaska, as predicted from the low pressure systems, starting to see it. And it's stretching west right into Kamchatka, Russia. And Japan today with a 4.8, 60 kilometer depth. And then 5.2, 357 kilometer depth. So very active Japan. And as well, a very active Philippine, Indonesia plate. Looking here, the last 36 hours here, as they did have the 6.2, large 6.2 yesterday, and many people's lives displaced yesterday. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody in Indonesia, and as well all across that region, as many souls have perished over the past little while due to natural events. So again, my thoughts and prayers go out to humanity worldwide. Looking at the deepest earthquake last 24 hours, 4.4 there, Fiji, 556 kilometer depth, 44556. And then we're looking at here 4.7 Indonesia, and a couple more aftershocks throughout Mongolia reported yesterday. And Mid-Atlantic Ridge has seen quite a few earthquakes from this morning and on, straight up the ridge to the Tristan Tristan da Cunha. So sizable earthquakes throughout the mid-Atlantic as well. Looking Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, still looking at an earthquake swarm as well. Ecuador, 4.7 there. And then Guatemala today with a 5.9, sizable. That's the largest earthquake we've seen in that region for a while. 5.9, and that is right off the coast of Santa Maria volcano. So again, stay tuned for the volcanic activity report coming tonight, and we'll get a full update on what is happening with our planet. I mean, the way things are looking, they're getting all these deep thrust earthquakes in major tectonic plates across the planet. Just look at the last 7 days here. Holy smokes. I'm sorry I had to quick it up. I mean, there's so much to run by on our planet right now. But I sped it up a bit there. Hopefully you got it all. Last 7 days has been very busy. Let's have a look at the Pacific Disaster Center here, showing the most recent volcanoes being updated. And most recently here, Swiss and Najima in Japan, Sabancaya in Peru, Fuego, Guatemala, Popo in Mexico, Sangay in Ecuador, Reventador in Ecuador, Dacono, Santa Maria, a couple avalanches being reported, Montana and Idaho, United States, as well. A landslide, as I was talking about, in Oregon. Dodson, Oregon is exactly where that landslide was. And of course, we've got flooding conditions across the Northeast and winter conditions now as that super low pressure system, almost hurricane conditions throughout central and northeastern United States right now. So extreme weather will continue over the next couple days as it heads northeast into Canada, Atlantic provinces. Also reporting here, avalanches, Idaho, Montana, and Dodson landslide, winter conditions throughout Canada and Alaska, which we've been talking about the last few days. And as well here, the 6.2 in Indonesia, and the day before they had a 5.7. So many thoughts and prayers as the rain is relentless there as well. So that is definitely hampering the cleanup and the rebuild and, of course, survivor hunt. Looking here, 5-day forecast brought to you by Meteor Earth, Meteor Mike. Starting out, Calgary, Alberta. As we still have some unseasonable temperatures, we should be in the minus double digits, and we're just hovering around the freezing mark, which is nice, but it's not bringing any moisture our way. The Chinooks just keep the moisture up and away. So here, we've got northern Alberta this week. They will be receiving quite a winter storm as it develops and brings cold temperatures behind. So long-range forecast, I'm sure these cold temperatures are coming. I mean, eastern part of Canada, they're already seeing it move in with this huge system that's going to be heading up the northeastern seaboard and into Canada. And then throughout Newfoundland, watch for blizzard conditions here Tuesday into Wednesday. Watch for that Atlantic storm to come crashing in with hurricane force winds. So blizzard-like conditions for Newfoundland. And then we also have this low pressure system that snuck out of the upper Midwest and then back into the Pacific. Interesting. And then another interesting thing here, looking at the intertropical convergence. Just look at this right there. That was equatorial moisture stretching winds all the way to Alaska. So, interesting jet stream, to say the least. So, all across the west coast with these low pressure systems that are going to be now converting from the north. Watch for cold temperatures across the west coast. Overlooking Europe, low pressure system still hanging around the Mediterranean there, and as well low pressure system heading in to the United Kingdom with warm temperatures, and eastward it will be cold, as you still have very cold temperatures across Russia right now, minus 54 in some regions, and high pressure is just keeping those cold temps lingering around. Overlooking Southeast Asia, very big systems heading out of China and into the Pacific. And here's our culprit for all of the low pressure systems in the Pacific that just keep forming. I mean, look at our polar vortex right now, and it has split. We've been waiting for that. It's been kind of signing towards it, and it has split now. So watch for all of these cold temperatures to really start fueling down across the northern hemisphere. But these upper level winds are really messing with our jet stream. You gotta wonder what's happened to our upper level winds, our magnetic field. And then overlooking Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, watch for heavy rains, daily evaporation rains moving through the region, as well as Jakarta, eastward. Wow, lots of moisture. Overlooking Australia, low pressure system affecting northeastern parts of the continent, and as well in the long range forecast, watch for this cyclone that's forming northwestern northwestern of Australia, but will be penetrating the coastline, as well as this cyclone here. Tuesday into Wednesday will be making landfall in Madagascar. Across Africa, not much to talk about. Daily evaporation rains. Heavier towards coastal regions, Mozambique. And as well, watching these systems. 5-day forecast, they're already seeing some extreme weather, but the 5-day forecast, watch for this to continue straight from Brazil up into Bolivia, Paraguay, into Colombia. Low pressure system plus daily evaporation rains, not a good combo. Watch for massive flooding conditions throughout Brazil, Bolivia, big storm conditions. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody worldwide being affected by earthquakes, volcanoes, extreme weather. Our planet is changing, and so should we. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun, and get your morning dew. Bye-bye now.
If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.